Welcome back once again to another episode of EasyBreakdance.com, your online guide to the dance, art form, culture, and the battle. I'm Dyzee of the Supernaturals crew, and this episode is about how to train and execute your moves, steps, and combos. First, let me begin with a bit of context. Execution is a value in b-boying that really became important during the competition explosion era in the mid-2000s. Back in the days, good execution was considered a rare special skill. When two crews or b-boys battled before, it was in the ciphers, which weren't judged and went on until somebody gave up. This meant that both b-boys or teams would eventually get tired and couldn't consistently execute their moves. But when someone didn't hit their move or crashed, it just didn't count, sort of like a missed shot on goal, unlike today, where some judges consider a crash or mistake as an automatic loss. In the mid-2000s, there were three major approaches to break-in who often clashed with one another. The first being traditional foundation-minded b-boys, the second being progressive originality-minded b-boys, and third would be the dynamic athletic-minded b-boys. During battles and through online community forums, these three types of b-boys would often argue about which is the right approach to the dance, and some still do till this very day. During the rise of the competition eras, some neutral judges wanted to be fair, so they would tell the competitors, it doesn't matter which style you bring, as long as you execute. This type of thinking was what led to the rise of what we now call the execution perspective. With that said, here are some special training methods and drills to improve the execution of your moves and combos. Execution means to consistently be able to hit or nail your moves even under pressure or when tired or fatigued. This means that you will have to train and discipline your body over and over until your moves become second nature. And more importantly, that you will be able to do them even when you have low energy or is out of breath. Knowing that you are able to hit your moves even when you are tired will give you a lot of confidence to know that you have all these solid moves in your back pocket. Now just remember that you first need to have finished your combos and already able to do all the moves, as you are only working on perfecting them. With that said, let's begin! The first tip for executing your moves, steps, and combos is a drill that I call Tripple Go-Down. The purpose of this drill is not only to perfect and sharpen your moves, but also, number one, to be confident that you can hit your move from different levels of energy, especially when you are tired. Number two, to be versatile with your moves, being able to hit the move from different moments within your round. Number three, to train your stamina for doing complete rounds. Number four, to make it seem as if you are doing 3 rounds, but actually only doing 1.5. And number five, to be used as an advanced battle strategy against your opponents. The name Triple Go-Down, as it implies, is to do 3 separate go-downs within 1 round. In order to train and perfect your moves, you should be using the same move for each of the 3 go-downs until you perfect it. The first go-down needs to be done right away as an entrance to the floor without doing any top ropes. The purpose is to steal the energy of the crowd while showing confidence and an eagerness to one-up your opponent. It's also good for stealing the rest of the round in the instance your opponent gets up and stops dancing, and if it's timed right, even though he or she had more to do, you would cut his or her round short. This strategy is known as a heel clipper. So the point is to take each of your moves, whether a power combo, freeze, trick, pattern, original go-down, etc., and convert them into what we call heel clippers. Now after the first heel clipper go down, it's time to get up and go into the actual b-boy formula, which is the top rock to the second go down, into your down rock, and finish with a freeze. Now, depending on what type of move you are training, you would need to fit it in its place within the b-boy formula. Remember, you should be doing the same move as your heel clipper, because the point of this particular drill is to train specific moves into perfection. Once you finish your throwdown, as I've thoroughly explained in past episodes, you should always end up with a b-boy stance. While holding the b-boy stance, you should do some sort of quick gesture to show ultimate confidence before going down for the third time and doing the same move one last time. This third go down at the end of the entire set is meant to be an ender, which is one final move that puts the nail in the coffin that if a judge wasn't sure who won, this final move will tip the scale. It's also a move that is meant to trick your opponent into thinking that your round is finished. And right before they come in, you go back down and kill one last move.
One more! Boom!
Make sure to do the final go down, aka ender, before your opponent touches the floor. For if he or she goes down and begins his or her round before you, then your final go down was stolen. Be sure to practice this drill with friends, going up to 3 rounds of triple go down. You can use the same move for all 3 rounds, or you can switch up the move for each of the 3 throwdowns. With that said, triple go down is one of the best, if not the best drill for training each of the moves in your arsenal for battles and competitions. Knowing how to get into each of your moves from standing or on the floor, as well as being able to hit them at the very end of your long round, will give you the confidence into battles and competitions, knowing that you will rarely ever mess up these moves. Each of your moves should be mastered through triple go down, and when you have enough moves in your arsenal, you are ready to start putting together battle sets and competition rounds. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I'm your coach Dyzee for the Supernaturals crew for EasyBreakdance.com. Special thanks to all the Philippine b-boys for helping me film this, and please remember, impossible is temporary.